So you think you're gonna wait for the big win? Nah, honey. It's the little moments that make the ride begin. Every step, every laugh, every tiny stride. That's the magic that'll keep you flying high. Don't wait for fate. Don't hold back the cheer. Celebrate the small victories now, right here. This is your moment to acknowledge your progress, no matter how small. And this is MuvMint Mondayz, episode 251. Let the applause begin. Good day, MuvMinters. Welcome to episode 251 of MuvMint Mondayz. In normal fashion, let's begin a prayer. But you know what? You lead the prayer today. All bow our heads and prepare to go to the Lord. Okay, MuvMinters, welcome to episode 251 of MuvMint Mondayz. And to honor MuvMinter Mr. Timniak, hope I'm pronouncing your name right, the hat stays on. So let's begin with our upcoming releases. You know, last Monday we dropped that Death Wish for you, man. It's been out streaming on YouTube, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, and of course the label website. It won't be on the DSPs till the 28th. I did that for a reason, man. I want to demonstrate to you that it's okay to do your own thing and worry about the rest later. You know, a lot of people want to just go ahead and just throw their music out everywhere all at once. You know, I want to build a community of MuvMinters here. Castaway MuvMinters. That's who we are. You know what I mean? So I release it on our home platform first, and then I throw it to the DSPs to do their thing with it. You know what I mean? But it's important that the Castaway MuvMinters get access to the music first. And that's at our home base on soundrec.com, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, and of course, MuvMint TV. Coming next, a SoundRec Christmas Volume 8, due to be released on December 15th of this year. Recording for that begins in July. So definitely keep your ears peeled for what's going on and your ears prepared for the music that is going to bless your soul. I guarantee it. And then long into the future, we talk about 2026 here. I'm going to be working on an album called Predestined. A couple new tracks, some old tracks I've never released that I had licensed beats for, and they just been sitting in the crate. But Death Wish was one of those tracks, and that kind of sparked my will and desire to go ahead and release that album the way it was supposed to be released. You know what I mean? I have a certain format for it. But like I said, I need 2,000 streams per track before I'll release the next one. If I don't get that, then y'all just gonna have to wait for the full album to enjoy the full album in that way. Of course, you know, I'll put them out as singles and build a playlist, and y'all can do y'all thing with it like that. But 2,000 streams per track, and I'll release another song from that album early. That's how it goes, you know what I mean? So definitely stay tuned for our releases, man. It's gonna be a lot of music coming in the next couple of months. By the end of the year, we're gonna be so in full steam and full stream, man, you know? You're gonna be drowning in music that's good for your soul, you know? Let's talk about our upcoming events. As you probably have seen, if you had not the chance to participate in the MuvMint apparel giveaway, you're too late. That took place on Friday. There's a post that I went up about a 2X black sun shirt that I had in stock that I wanted to give away to those who told me what the MuvMint meant. And the MuvMint stands for, right, through divine alignment, we make and move on freshly minted paths. I don't know if anybody answered it yet. I'm recording this on a Thursday the week before. I got a big paper to get into for Berkeley this week. So I got to do things a little bit earlier than normal, you know what I mean? So we'll see if anybody answers the question come tomorrow on MuvMinters Radio, you know? Other than that, there's nothing else going on this week. All our episodes for MuvMint TV this week is just really MuvMint Mondayz, right here where you're viewing. But that doesn't stop you from traveling through the page, MuvMint TV page, picking out other videos to help you through the rest of your week, guys. You know, we got lyric videos over there. We have other MuvMint Monday episodes, story time. You definitely should check out the last story time I did when I talked about the accident that nearly killed me. That was very therapeutic for me. I thank my brother for introducing that format of story time. You know, I've had it sort of like that, but I also had it more where I was reading stories too. You know what I mean? But that personal connection, that's something that I feel as though it needs to be a movement going forward. So thank Crystal Clear for the new structure of story time. All right, MuvMint story time. We got to brand that right. You know what I mean? MuvMint story time. We are MuvMint. We must claim our own. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much all the upcoming events this week. Also, I will be announcing a big MuvMint apparel sale of the old merch. About a couple weeks ago, I did a live video where I was going through the inventory and counting things up and pricing things accordingly, you know. And I decided, you know, all these old vinyls that we used when we first started out using like the Cricut machine, I'm gonna give those away extra cheap, man. You know what I mean? Like the sun logo and the nail design. Those shirts is gonna be extra cheap, so definitely keep your eyes peeled to the page for that. I'm gonna be putting up posts and letting you know where you can buy this merch and things like that. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it for the upcoming releases. I mean, so that's all we have for our upcoming events. Like again, I said the upcoming releases. Death Wish out now. Later on this year, we got the Christmas joint, and then next year, 2026, I'm looking to release Predestined along with Dreamland. There's some things about that, but I don't know the actual time. I don't know the timeline of that yet, so I'm not really pronouncing it and promoting it. But there's a story called Dreamland coming your way, and I'm looking to get it animated. If you animate images and things like that, or you just do animation in general, holla at Azriel at salvrec.com. That's AZARAEL at SALVWRECK.com. And no, I do not answer social media messages, guys. All communication that deals with the label must come through the email. Okay? I thank you in advance for this. And now, let's move on to our advice for life. Celebrating small victories now instead of waiting till later for the big score. You know, we sometimes get so focused on that end point that we forget that there's a whole bunch of little victories along the way that gets us there. So you must celebrate those small victories, because sometimes you don't reach your big goals. And if you allow that failure to sit in your soul and cause you to feel like you're a failure and what you're doing is wrong and you never get anywhere, you're gonna stay in that kind of mind frame. You know what I mean? So celebrate each victory. Also recognize each failure. You know, if you failed on something, why did you fail on it? Did you really put your effort into it? Did you do something wrong that you was planning to do, but you ended up doing it another way because you forgot to do something? Look at why you're failing. It's a part of the process. It's a part of the success journey, guys, that we fail. If everybody was successful from the gate, life would be boring, man. You know what I mean? Don't tell me that you guys have never watched reels or videos of people failing at things. I know I do. You know what I mean? And it's entertaining, but also it's a lesson learned. You know what I mean? So celebrate each small victory, guys. It don't matter how small. Something as small as writing down the idea. Celebrate that you started something. You know what I mean? A lot of people have ideas in their head that never leave their head. Don't you be that way. You're a castaway movementer, and so you know better. So with that, I want to remind you guys to stay tuned, stay alert, and always remember, you are the movement castaway, and I'm proud of you. Now let the applause begin